At this year's London Diamond League meeting, we saw Gabby Thomas win a very compelling women's 200-meter race, closing down on Julian Alfred over the final 30 or 40 meters, winning with a new meeting record time of 21.82 seconds. This was a crazy close because Gabby Thomas was quite the distance behind both Dina Asher-Smith and Julian Alfred, but with a final close like this, she proved that she is certainly ready to win a medal in this year's Paris Olympics. But there was actually an article that dropped just a few days before this race where Gabby Thomas stated that she is not only ready to attack this year's Olympic Games, but she genuinely believes that the world record of Florence Griffith Joyner is vulnerable this year. Now, Flojo's world record goes all the way back to 1988, which she ran in the Olympic finals at 21.34 seconds. This record has now stood for well over 30 years, and it stood as one of those landmark moments in track and field, so for anyone to approach this time with any sort of confidence means that they certainly have very high goals for this competition. Now, obviously, this kind of performance will not be easy. In fact, this has stood as one of the most difficult to break world records in athletics history. And at 21.43, this has honestly stood as one of those unbreakable world records against anyone in the world. But Gabby Thomas got into a little bit more detail on why she believes that this world record can in fact fall. And according to her, it all comes down to a super fast final 100 meters. Now, for Flojo's world record, her final 100 meters was achieved in 10.16 seconds. At least that is what has been reported from many websites around the world. And according to Gabby Thomas, who said that her final 100 was astronomically fast, this more or less falls into line with what she was saying. And if we look at this year's Diamond League meeting in London, we can see that Gabby Thomas ran a very impressive final 100 in 10.43 seconds, which is definitely world-class and impressive, but it's still quite a ways away from what Flojo did back in 1988. Now, Thomas opened her first 100 in 11.39, which according to the Diamond League timing system was 4th place through the opening half. However, her final 100 was far and away the fastest, running about a 10th faster than anyone else here. However, this performance showcases just how elite Flojo's world record was. And if Flojo's world record is in fact set to fall this year, it will have to come from a nearly perfect kind of performance. To put things into perspective, Gabby Thomas would not only need to drop her final 100 by around 0.3 of a second, but she would also need to drop her opening 100 by about 0.2. Now, Gabby did say that it was possible that she could get close to that mark, or Shericka Jackson, and Shericka Jackson currently stands as the second fastest athlete of all time at 21.41. But Shericka has been struggling this year to get back to her previous form that we have seen since 2022, where she ran a 21.45 in the World Finals in 2022, and of course her 21.41 in Budapest. Gabby Thomas currently does stand as the world's fastest athlete in the women's 200 for 2024, and with this Diamond League win, she has cemented herself as a very, very likely medalist and a potential gold medalist, but she will have her hands full in this year's Olympic Games, because along with the likes of Julian Alfred and Dina Asher-Smith, she will also have Shericka Jackson that will probably be in decent fitness come the Olympic Games. And now I will pass this final question off to you. Do you think that Flojo's world record is in danger this year? And do you think Gabby Thomas has the ability to get down to 21.34? Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, until next time.